Welcome to AskPrep, your trusted companion for UPSC and IAS preparation. Today we will study about a very important topic of Indian geography, which is mangroves in India, Sundarbans and others. Specifically, we'll explore the Sundarbans, the largest mangrove forest in India and the world, along with other vital mangrove ecosystems across the country. These unique coastal forests hold a crucial place in India's environmental landscape, providing numerous ecological, economic, and social benefits. Mangroves are coastal forests that grow in the intertidal zones of tropical and subtropical regions. These trees are specially adapted to thrive in salty, waterlogged soils, and they play a vital role in maintaining the health of coastal ecosystems. India, with its extensive coastline, is home to several large mangrove ecosystems, and they are critical not only for the environment but also for the millions of people who rely on these areas for their livelihoods. Let us begin with the Sundarbans, located in the delta of the Ganges, Brahmaputra, and Meghna rivers in West Bengal. The Sundarbans are not just the largest mangrove forest in India, but also the largest in the world. This vast forest stretches across more than 10,000 square kilometers and is home to an incredibly diverse range of flora and fauna. Among the most iconic inhabitants of the Sundarbans is the Bengal tiger, which has adapted to life in this unique environment. These tigers, along with many other species, thrive in the intertidal mangrove forests, making the Sundarbans one of the richest areas for biodiversity in the country. The Sundarbans are also essential for the protection of India's coastal regions. The dense mangrove cover serves as a natural barrier against coastal erosion, storm surges, and tidal flooding, helping to mitigate the impacts of cyclones and rising sea levels. As climate change causes increasing sea level rise, the role of the Sundarbans and other mangrove forests in protecting the coastline has never been more critical. They act as a natural shield, reducing the severity of storms and safeguarding the coastal infrastructure and communities. In addition to their environmental role, the Sundarbans provide numerous resources for the local communities. These forests are rich in biodiversity, which supports a wide array of livelihoods such as fishing, honey collection, and ecotourism. The people who live around the Sundarbans depend on these resources for their survival. However, despite the abundance of resources, the region is under significant threat from both natural and human-made challenges. One of the major threats facing the Sundarbans is human encroachment. Illegal logging, overfishing, and land reclamation for agriculture and urban development are all contributing to the degradation of these vital ecosystems. The construction of dams and embankments along the rivers also disrupt the natural flow of water, further exacerbating the erosion of mangrove habitats. Additionally, climate change poses a severe risk. Rising temperatures and sea levels, along with more frequent and intense storms, threaten to displace these forests and the communities that rely on them. While the Sundarbans are undoubtedly the most famous mangrove ecosystem in India, they are not the only one. Other regions in the country also harbor extensive mangrove forests that are equally significant. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands, for example, are home to diverse mangrove species that thrive in the brackish waters of the islands. These mangroves are essential for the region's biodiversity, providing habitat for various marine species, including fish, crustaceans, and mollusks. The Andaman and Nicobar mangroves also support the local fishing industry, which is a key part of the island's economy. On the western coast of India, Gujarat's Gulf of Kutch is another area rich in mangrove forests. These mangroves provide vital ecosystem services, such as filtering pollutants from water, stabilizing sediments, and offering sanctuary for migratory bird species. The Gulf of Kutch mangroves also support the local fishing industry, with a particular emphasis on prawns and other coastal species. These forests act as breeding grounds for many species, ensuring the sustainability of marine life in the region. Similarly, the mangroves along the coasts of Maharashtra, Goa, and Kerala are important for their ecological and economic contributions. These mangrove forests not only support diverse wildlife but also offer protection to coastal areas from erosion, storm surges, and tsunamis, which have become more frequent in recent years. Despite the tremendous importance of mangroves in India, these ecosystems face various threats. The most significant among them is the destruction of mangrove forests due to human activity. The expansion of agriculture, aquaculture, and urban areas often leads to the draining and clearing of mangrove habitats. Additionally, industrial pollution, including oil spills and untreated sewage discharge, degrade the quality of the water in which mangroves thrive. These activities not only harm the mangroves but also disrupt the entire marine food web, affecting fish stocks and local economies. Mangrove conservation is not just about protecting a specific species or forest, it is about ensuring the long-term health and sustainability of entire coastal ecosystems. The preservation of mangroves is crucial for maintaining biodiversity, protecting coastlines, and supporting the livelihoods of millions of people who rely on these ecosystems. As a UPSC or IAS aspirant, understanding the significance of mangrove forests is critical, both from an environmental and policy perspective. The preservation of these ecosystems requires multifaceted approaches that include sustainable land use practices, legal protection, community engagement, and scientific research. Mangroves are a perfect example of how environmental conservation can benefit both nature and society, and your role as a future civil servant will be pivotal in ensuring their protection and sustainable management. In conclusion, mangrove forests, especially the Sundarbans, are among the most important natural assets of India. Their role in protecting coastal ecosystems, supporting biodiversity, and providing resources for local communities cannot be overstated. The challenges they face are considerable, but through concerted efforts in conservation, management, and policymaking, these ecosystems can be preserved for future generations. Thank you for joining us today on AskPrep. Continue your journey of learning and stay connected as we explore more critical topics for your UPSC and IAS preparation. Keep learning, stay informed, and be ready to make a positive impact in the world.